Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Hi, hello-y. My name is Loey, and boy howdy, it is a good time to be a fan of the scary and the spooky. I'm telling you guys, it feels like all of the horror movies are coming out in this first month of the year. We've already gotten leaks for what scary haunted houses we're gonna see come October. There is just so much to be excited for, but especially the spooky videos going viral on TikTok right now. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a bit backlogged when it comes to the scary side of TikTok. I have an entire glitch in the matrix video that has gotten so out of control. It's gonna be 3. I've been working on more research-based down the rabbit hole videos, but today I thought it could be kind of fun to just take a look at the 15 scariest and creepiest TikToks that I have seen you tag me in since 2026 began. Before we get into today's video, I want to say thank you to our sponsor, Mint Mobile. Something you may not know about me is that in my lore, I used to work at a very popular cell phone chain. My whole gig was pushing the newest smartphones onto people, and with Mint, they have completely reimagined that wireless shopping experience because they've made it easy and online with no salespeople and no stores. It's premium wireless without that premium price tag. And right now, for a limited time, Mint is offering 50% off of their unlimited wireless plans, meaning you could lock in Mint's lowest price ever, just $15 a month for a 3, 6, or 12-month plan. Plus, Mint provides 5G coverage to 98% of Americans and 4G LTE coverage to 99% of Americans. And switching to Mint is super easy. You can bring over your own phone, or of course, they provide all of the latest options from all of the brands that you love. No matter which route you take, keeping your phone number is super easy, and you'll keep all of your current contacts. Stop letting your wireless bill break the bank. Get this new customer offer and pay just $15 a month on a 3, 6, or 12-month plan. That is 50% off of your unlimited wireless plan when you go to mintmobile.com/LoeyLane. Once again, that is mintmobile.com/LoeyLane. Limited time offer, upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for a 12-month plan required, $15 a month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra, initial plan term only, over 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy, capable device required, availability, speed, and coverage varies. See mintmobile.com. And we have to start off with this set of videos because there has been an incredibly viral, incredibly spooky situation happening currently in Plainfield, Illinois. I'm talking so incredibly viral, there are multiple news articles on it. People were reporting about this because it was so strange. To be completely honest with you, I don't actually know which account began to post about this situation first, but there are a couple of key players we're going to mention. Extraordinaryjoseph took this video of the house, which I think is one of the best showing the way that the lights blink. So you can see this is just an abandoned home. As you're driving past it, there are these lights. And apparently this blinks out SOS in Morse code. And it's possible that Extraordinary Josh was the person who initially posted about this, because at the end of the video, this article from NBC Chicago is posted. And basically the caption reads, Update Part 3, Plainfield, Illinois, SOS in Morse code. NBC Chicago covered the story. Police confirmed they did not enter the home, only checked the perimeter. Determined residents appeared to be secure. Tonight, I drove past again. The SOS pattern is now signaling from the front, side, and back porch. I don't know what's happening inside that house, but it hasn't stopped. I just hope this attention ensures the situation is fully looked into and that no one inside is at risk. And if someone is in danger, that they're found in time. So, you can see this is not your average spooky paranormal video, something creepy happening in an abandoned home, right? People are concerned here. You have netizens from all over Plainfield coming to scope out the house. One example is TikToker Laura Bolin 3, who went to the house with their sister, and her sister wanted to go check things out.
All right, so my sister is walking up. She wants to see what's going on. I mean, YOLO, right? Screw it. And you can see there's some houses in the background and new development and stuff. My question is, are these security lights, because they are security lights, are they related to I don't know much about security lights, but I mean, are they possibly motion activated to all the traffic going by? But it's definitely an abandoned, seemingly abandoned house.
And luckily, the owners of this home were tracked down. But before we get into that, I want to talk about this video from Marriedtoalunatic, who we've talked about before on the scary side of TikTok. She kind of just makes general videos talking about whatever's going on in the world, but sometimes she touches on the spooky and the scary, so check her out if you want to get any more of that. And in this case, she did a pretty good roundup of what exactly was happening with the home.
Something weird is happening in Plainfield, Illinois. 3 days ago, someone was driving by and noticed that the front porch light was blinking and realized it was an SOS signal. Not only is this property very much abandoned, but they weren't the only person who saw the SOS signal.
Plainfield, Illinois front and back porch lights were flashing SOS. I called 911 twice. Officers said they checked but didn't see or hear anything and wouldn't go back. 20 minutes later, the lights still flashing, and it sounded like someone was calling for help. Stay safe and alert.
Even see in the neighbor's video, this little white light right here, that's not the flashing light. The flashing light's right here on the porch. This appears to be a police officer checking it out. When the neighbor followed up with police, they said they found nothing suspicious, except that the following night, someone was still flashing SOS. It has now been 3 nights, and this house is repeatedly having SOS signals being flashed via the front porch light.
This was something I hadn't even found until watching Bo, the TikToker's video on this subject, but apparently one of the former residents of this home actually came out and talked a bit about it.
The woman whose parents lived here before it was abandoned back in 2020 is speaking out. She explains that this house also has a basement and then explains the layout of the house, because guess what? Sheriff's office keeps getting called to this house, but all they're doing is checking the perimeter. A single officer has gone inside of the house to see if there is someone being held in the house, someone who is in trouble. Why are these lights flashing SOS for 3 nights in a row now? NBC has even reached out to the local police department trying to figure out what is going on, and their response has been they've checked the perimeter and everything looks secure.
This has gotten so big at this point that the actual homeowners have to step in and talk about what's going on. And this is the very first post from a TikToker named Redintoxication. As a first video, this is ridiculous. I've tried commenting on other videos and messaging who I believe to be the original poster of the SOS house. The viral SOS Plainfield house is not haunted, it's not trafficking. That light is literally a solar panel security light that's flashing. I'm related to the owners of the property, and the desire for true crime has led to an old woman with health issues being hunted down and a stressed family. They are working to fix the light. The police are aware, and there is now a security detail on the property because of the amount of people trying to visit / break in / driving by. Please spread awareness and leave this family alone. There's an 8-minute long video, no cuts whatsoever, posted to the Redintoxication TikTok account. Basically going through the house, showing that while it has been vandalized, there's spray paint on the wall, it is obviously abandoned, and as I understand it, has been abandoned since 2020. It's clearly an abandoned home. There's nothing nefarious going on inside and never has been.
Vandalism. The fire alarm?
Yes.
Also needs new batteries apparently. As you can hear it chirping. This is a cute house. I mean, creepy decoration that's just looking
And there are people that might want to move it, but I know the daughter of the person who lived here made a video. That's the door she was talking about that's in the closet.
Yeah.
And yes, the other side of that wall is the kitchen where the washer and dryer were.
Are the safes able to go upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No human trafficking, no drugs, no squatters. As you can see, nobody's here. Sheriff's here. Owner's here. I'm here. Got a video of the house.
However, you take a look at the comments here. My eye just started twitching reading these. Someone saying, what if her dad is the killer and knows everything? How about inside the walls? Someone in there maybe? It's old enough. What if these two are the ones kidnapping people? I just do not understand when we became so incredibly unserious as a society that when we finally get the answers to the spooky thing that's, driving us all crazy, instead of just taking it as the answer, making up conspiracy theories to further entertain ourselves. The poster even replies to one comment saying, "I don't think anyone took this too far. I think it definitely went this far because it's better to be safe than sorry, and it was flashing the SOS signal. Just my opinion though." The original poster says, "It's not the people with genuine concern I'm upset with, but the people trying to claim that the original SOS poster is missing when he's very much not." And in case it has not been made abundantly clear, the SOS signal was coming from the light, but it's because they were dying. They are solar powered lights and they needed to be replaced. You can actually see that in this video posted by Redintoxication, the infamous SOS light itself taken off the house, and it's still doing the blinking when it's in their car.
So there you go. SOS.
See now.
Oh yeah, because it's not dark anymore. Yeah, as you can see, nobody's doing anything. I'm just holding it. You can set it down and prove that it'll do it even without you touching it. Yep. Nobody pulling any wires, no nothing.
This ended up being one of the biggest and strangest situations on TikTok in like a long time. And of course, it started and was over before I could even hop on it in January. But I'm almost glad that I waited until now to talk about it. I hate the idea that this put any sort of strain on this family who just owned a house with some flickering lights, The poster, Redintoxication, I think is taking this whole thing as well as one could. There's actually a charity auction involved with the house, so we'll have that information linked for you guys down below if you want to check it out. They said that they kind of wanted to use their 15 minutes of fame for good here, and I think that that's a really admirable thing. But the TikTok telephone effect truly takes on a mind of its own. I've never really seen anything like it before. How stories will just get so incredibly out of control that an entirely new narrative will be spun, especially in the horror scene, the paranormal space. Like, things will just be taken from 0 to 100, and it's like basically the internet makes up its very own urban legend. I'm really glad and very grateful that everyone is okay and safe in this situation, but it just goes to show you that just because something appears one way online, just because it might look a little spooky and creepy, doesn't always mean that it has to be this nefarious, horrible thing. And I do understand the concern here, but I don't understand the people who now hear the actual family owning this home explaining what's happened and just making up their own stories in their heads as to why this fictional universe where this house is like a hellhole filled with ghosts or traffickers or something like that is still real. Speaking though of creepy little haunted houses, have you guys been keeping up with the haunted shed story from TikTok user Sebrum? Okay, there's an original video where this guy talks about the haunting in his home. I don't know what has happened to it. I could not locate it anywhere on his account, this part 1 of this entire saga. So where we're gonna pick up on is part 2. And again, while I don't necessarily know what happened in part 1, all I know going into this video is that something clearly kind of creepy is going on with the shed in his backyard. He prefaces the video we're about to watch by saying there's only one cut in it, and it's because the original video was so long he needed to trim it down to preserve the space on his phone.
You guys have been asking me to take you in the shed and leave the phone in there. And I know it's been a little while since I put out a video regarding the shed, but a lot has been happening and I just needed, truly needed some time. Okay. So we are walking into, God, these dolls are creepy. We're going to walk in, well, not walk in, but we're in here now. And yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up. You guys got a good view. I guess I'll catch y'all. I'm out.
After giving us a brief tour of said haunted shed, he props the camera up in the shed and walks away. And as you probably could have already guessed, something spooky happens. So we don't see anything concrete, but we do hear something in the background. It sounds like somebody is moving around in the shed with us. And of course, he's no longer in the shed. We saw him walk away. Okay, the lighting may have changed, but I just took a little bit to try to figure out why exactly we were checking out this shed in the first place. Because, you know, things moving around are creepy, but it's not this like crazy paranormal evidence. We're not seeing a shadow figure. We're not watching things like levitate or anything. Like, how did we end up here? And how I understand it is that this poster works at a hospital. Doing what? I'm not entirely sure, but works at a hospital, had some paranormal things happen at this hospital that he posted videos about that went very viral. And I believe that there was a little bit of an issue because you could see his name tag and you could see what hospital it was. So that is why the videos are gone. And it was on January 9th that he posted this.
What's going on, you guys? First off, I want to say thank you for all the support you guys have been giving me. I've been seeing all the comments. My follower count has been going up. I've been seeing all the comments. I've been seeing all the questions. And I wanted to make a video to answer those questions for you guys now. It's about 5:30, 5:45 in the morning. I can't sleep. So I figured, why not, right? So on to the first question. What happened to the video? Y'all hear that, right? Like that. Y'all see that?
So that was how we arrived at the shed. I understand now I did not set that up in the best way, but hopefully you're up to speed now along with me. And I could show you 10 million of these videos, but the outcome is typically always the same. Something's going boom in the shed while we are left inside of it alone, such as in this video taken at night now instead of during the day.
So I don't know what this is gonna look like, but it's what you asked for. This is what you're gonna get. So, deuces. I don't even have the words.
And look, there's a ton of history on this place. There's a lot of like questions that he answers over on his page. You can totally go check that out. But where I personally stand on this, I do not doubt that the hospital was haunted. I also don't doubt that his house is haunted, but we have gotten to a place with the shed. It happened so quickly, almost on command, that I don't think that this one is an authentic paranormal happening right in front of our eyeballs. If you go to Sebrum's TikTok and you look at his bio, it says aspiring actor, content creator, paranormal investigator. Look, you guys know I don't view like hoaxes in the same way that other people do. And as long as no one is being harmed, I don't think that there's anything wrong with telling a spooky story. And I'm very curious to see what comes of this. Will it just be creepy paranormal videos all the time? Is there going to be a kind of plot line written alongside it? Are these ghosts from the hospital? Is this his real haunted house? I'm very curious, and I think that this entire situation is interesting. It really, really is. We've come so incredibly far since the beginning of the scary side of TikTok, especially in terms of how quickly things can go viral. And as we have seen from these last two stories, can cause issues for the people posting the videos. You guys know as we've continued on with these videos, I have become increasingly more skeptical as time has gone on. Now, not too terribly skeptical. I still believe that things are haunted. I still believe in ghosts, but I definitely think that for me, I take a lot of these scary internet videos with a grain of salt. Or I will think they're scary, but the scarier outcome is often true, where it is not truly paranormal activity, but a real person involved. And that is exemplified perfectly in the following video. This comes from annalapwoodorgan, and this is somebody who plays the organ in churches and stuff. I believe she referred to like her side of TikTok as Organ Talk. Obsessed. Seems like a cool gig, right? Well, she posts this video saying, people often ask if I ever get scared practicing in cathedrals at night. Not often. But when this happens at 2:30 in the morning in Norway, it's scary. And when the video kicks off, you hear what sounds like somebody banging on the door.
Guys, I love you all. Please don't do this in the middle of the night. It's really scary.
This one had a little extra kick to it for me because growing up, my mom played organ in churches my entire life. She is a professional, like classically trained pianist who has been playing piano her whole life and started playing organ many years ago for church. She is like just an incredible musician. And I grew up my whole life often hanging out with her in churches while she was practicing. And I'm telling you, I've said it before, churches are some of the most haunted places in the world. I'm completely convinced. The things that happen and the things that I would experience while just hanging out with my mom, waiting for her to be done practicing in church. I remember one time she came home after like practicing at the church by herself until late, and my dad asked her, you know, anything creepy happened today? And she said, oh yeah. And she recalled a hymnal just sliding off of the organ by itself and dropping to the floor. And so when I initially saw this, I kind of assumed it was paranormal. Then this poster goes on to talk about the fact that it seems like somebody is trying to break in.
It's 2:30 in the morning and someone's trying to get in, and it is... I know they can't get in, but it is still scary.
So yeah, definitely one of those circumstances where if it had been paranormal, that probably would have been less scary. But instead, somebody's trying to break into the church at 2:30 in the morning. Truly terrifying stuff. Like I said, this one had a little extra kick for me, but I'm really glad ultimately that she is okay. Sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. Fiction, in this case, being the ghosts, although, like we've said, I don't think those are fake. In the past few months, I've become a really big walker, and one of my favorite times to go for walks is when it gets dark outside. But when I see videos like what we're about to watch, I start to second guess that choice. So the next two videos come from a poster named Aawwwdrey, and the video is captioned, the chanting started off faint, but I knew I wasn't crazy. I decided to check it out. And it's a video of this girl, she's in the snow, she's walking, and in the background you can hear what vaguely sounds like a bunch of people chanting.
Bro, I don't know where it's coming from. I genuinely, like, what is this? It just keeps going. What the?
It got a lot louder and more intense, she says. I couldn't see where it came from though. Eventually it stopped, which scared the heck out of me, so I just ran and encountered one of them. It chased me until I turned the corner, and the video ends off with her super panicked and running.
Oh my god!
Now that is absolutely terrifying. Imagine you're just going on a walk and you come across something like that. However, it doesn't stop there because this is part 2, messing around until we heard it. It starts off with this same poster laughing, saying to the camera, guys, it's cold as hell out here. When suddenly the chanting starts again.
Guys, it's cold as hell.
Okay, now it's the scary part.
What the? Shh. Do you guys hear that?
Turn the flash on.
What?
Listen.
You might be at the same point with me after that second video, that this is most likely not a real situation. And maybe it was in the first video, but definitely, like, if you had experienced that, why days later would this be happening all over again to the point where you have to like run and hide like you're in a scary movie? And it's gone super viral. I'm talking the first video had like 6.6 million views. So maybe there was something authentic to it, but I don't actually think there was in this case. That's just based off of my own opinion though, and like how I've seen internet videos kind of come and go. This seems like a really young person who probably went really viral on that video and wanted to keep it going. Like I said earlier, real people are scarier than ghosts. And if this was real, then I could understand the terror 100%. A ghost, at the very least, you know, you can kind of bargain with yourself and say, well, this wasn't real, or well, it won't happen again, or something like that. When you know it's a real person, they're right there with ya. And that's pretty scary, especially when you don't know their intentions. And on that note, let's talk about some really creepy and very real videos coming from doorbell cameras that show some terrifying stuff. And both of these went viral earlier this month with a very similar message. This first one is from Ohheymeli, and I think has just gotten tens of millions of views. Everyone I know has been telling me about this clip. Friendly reminder to lock your doors. And this is a video of a woman running up a set of stairs at an apartment complex and lifting up doormats and stuff, looking for keys. In her mouth, you can see there is a knife. She's like holding a bunch of stuff. I think people have said that it looked like it was like zip ties and stuff like that. And clearly this is a situation where this is a stranger trying to get into people's homes, and that never has a good outcome. I was wondering if it was AI or something. I was trying to like find the original source, you know, where did this come from? What area was it? Without much luck, I've only just seen the video reposted by multiple different accounts saying, you know, be careful, lock your doors at night, don't leave keys under your doormats, that kind of thing. A truly terrifying cautionary tale without much more information behind it. But that's not the only terrifying Ring doorbell camera footage going around right now. There's also this video, and this came from a user named shay.dawn. This one has like 55 million views. And it's a video of this woman. She's unlocking her front door when suddenly a man comes up behind her. And I'm gonna literally watch this one with y'all.
Can I help you?
You always, I'm trying to make sure she'll.
I'm good.
No, I got you. She needs married. She wants to talk to her. That's it.
Then you can go over there.
Okay.
You can literally see that behind her, this guy comes up like he's about to do something. Like he steps forward like he is about to do something. What? I don't know. But the minute that she turns around and she's like, can I help you? It stops him in his tracks. At this point, she gets inside, but you can see that later, this man comes back again. He's like looking at the Ring doorbell camera. He's looking at the door. Seems to me like he literally checks the handle before finally walking away. Clearly, this whole thing goes insanely viral. However, there's then a 10-minute follow-up video that's posted that makes the whole thing so much worse. Like so much worse. And I'm gonna have, as usual, everybody listed down below. So if you wanna go check out these original posters, please do so. I think that the story is much scarier coming from their own mouths. But to give you the quickest rundown, essentially the person that we saw in that video was a part of a 3-friend group. They had all just come back from a place where you could get adult beverages. I'm assuming like a bar or something. They were being kind of vague. On purpose so they didn't piss off TikTok, but they were all coming back from this place. That person that we saw on the Ring camera was like, I have to go to the bathroom right now, let me out, I'll see you guys in there, basically. This is the point where the person in this video, who's named Alyssa, they're actually the sister of the original poster, she encounters this guy. When she tells him like, you can go over there, basically, after being incredibly brave, he actually then goes to the parking lot where the other 2 girls are. So they have an entirely separate interaction with him off camera where he walks up to their car and tries to drag Shay, the one in the middle, that's the actual poster of the account, tries to drag her out of the car. He's like smiling at her really weird and stuff. And so they managed to get away away from him. He gets really agitated. They all go inside, but when they do, they then see that he's like standing near the backyard of their apartment building. I don't know like if it's like a communal thing. I don't know if it's their own, but it was like he was trying to figure out how to hop the fence or something like that. They all concluded by saying that like it was a super scary situation, but that it's really just a cautionary tale to always be aware of your surroundings. Doesn't seem like the guy was ever identified. Doesn't seem like the police got involved as far as I can understand, unless I'm missing something. And I just think that they're right. I mean, this is a cautionary tale of pay attention to your surroundings. And I think that the way that they handled this is so good, honestly. A lot of the times you see horrible things come out of these situations. And because they were so aware, because Alyssa made it known, like, I have my eyes on you, weirdo, that's probably why nothing happened. You know, spam mail has gotten pretty creative. Do you guys ever get those envelopes that look super official? So you open them up and it's just like a weird credit card offer or something like that? Well, TikToker garlergarler's mother received something real funky in the mail one day, and she just had to share it with the internet. And I'm so glad that she did.
You're invited to Cassie's final moments. Have to put Cassie down due to a blood disease. I want everyone on my street to be there to show her love as she exits the world. January 20th, 4 p.m. at Center Field. Witness the end of an extraordinary horse. For $25, whisper your greatest wish into her ear. She'll take it to the afterlife, and she will tell the Lord to make it happen. Look at this. What's going on? That's not the weird part. We went around to our neighbors to ask, like, hey, has anybody gotten this card? Nobody's gotten it.
So this one isn't really creepy or anything. It's just like, where in the world did this come from? Well, people in the comments quickly said, hey, this is from Alan Wagner, who is a creator who makes this kind of stuff over on his Instagram. It's like these really funny fake flyers and stuff like that. And I guess that on his Patreon, you can pay a $5 fee to anonymously mail these things to people. They will not know it's from you. They'll just get this really weird piece of mail and be like, where in the world did this come from? Yeah, not exactly scary, but a lot of people had tagged me in it before it kind of was known exactly what this mailer was, and I still think it's an interesting thing to talk about, so I'm not mad at all. This video from Brandon Fleetwood, I really truly think he could write a horror movie out of, and Brandon, if you happen to be watching this, it's a great concept. Because one day, as he is just literally sitting at home playing GeoGuessr, he sees something that looks kind of eerily familiar.
I'm sitting here playing GeoGuessr, and I get this country road. I see this truck. This truck looks like the truck that's been sitting outside of my apartment. It's a little weird, I'm like, you know, let me look at some identification on the truck. And I see this that says B. Robinson 3483. Let me check the truck outside of my window for the last, I don't know, few months.
Wouldn't you know it? He looks out the window and the numbers of the truck match. Now, it doesn't look like that truck is like outside of where he is specifically, but how random is it that it clearly is the same car? That thing on the top, at least to me, I could be totally wrong here, looks like a camper. So it totally could be that someone is just kind of urban camping around, and that would be why this has been seen multiple times. But it's not like you're looking in your area, you're playing GeoGuessr. Like, that's the kicker of it. That's what's so crazy. Really, really weird stuff there, and a crazy coincidence. There you guys have it. Those were the 15, oh, thanks Carson, the 15 scariest TikTok videos posted so far in 2026. And it's crazy. I went into this one, you know, assuming it wouldn't necessarily be from the paranormal side of TikTok, but I certainly went into it thinking somewhat it would be. And it turned out none of these were paranormal at all. I don't know if that's ever really happened before. Are you sitting on me? Like, what's going down? Okay, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I want to give you a quick heads up that, well, I don't think that this was like a super short video by any means. In 2026, the length of videos is going to go down substantially. I think you guys know this, but I'm a one-woman show. I don't really like anyone else editing my videos. I feel like I just like doing everything myself. So I film, I edit, I post it all myself, and it's gotten a little bit too much to do that with hour-long videos every single week. So in order to stay consistent with you, you're gonna see a lot more stuff like this in terms of we're gonna be cutting these videos in half. That's not to say there won't ever be another 50 scary videos from the scary side of TikTok or something, but it is to say if you start seeing me pop in at like half an hour, don't be surprised. Which is still so long. I really don't know when my norm became like hour-long, hour-and-a-half long videos. Anyways, though, I really hope you all enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A special thank you to my subscribers who are members of the channel. If you want to join the channel memberships and get extra members exclusive perks like members only videos, you can click that little join button somewhere around the screen. We would love to have you. An extra special thank you to my VIP loves for their continued and generous support of the channel. I love and appreciate you all very, very much. I love you all very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.